What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Fit Soldier, coming to you with another video. This is gonna be a quick video. I have Soldier here. We have PFC Sierra. Y'all might remember her from another video ways back. She finished Airborne School, so gotta support her. And there's not too many videos on YouTube about females in the airborne and stuff like that, so wanted to do a video, ask her a couple questions just to give y'all more information if y'all thinking about doing it. Alright, so my first question is how physically fit you have to be for like airborne?
So first of all, you need to make sure that you run like you don't need to be a good runner, but at least you need to run 9 minutes per mile.
Okay.
Because for sure they're gonna make you run everywhere you go. The only times where you're not running is when you have free time, which that's basically at night. But during the day you're running everywhere you go. That's the airborne way. You run everywhere. Your arms, you need to like work out in your arms, because you need to do a lot of pull-ups so you can pull your risers. They're gonna train you on that, but you're only gonna have like pretty much only 3 weeks to train on that. Your body's not gonna change in 3 weeks. So you have to make sure your arms are stronger, and of course your running time is better than 10 minutes, let's say, per mile. So they will push you definitely. But if you don't want to struggle, it's better that you do 9
minutes a mile. Okay, and like how much miles y'all usually do?
We run, a day, probably like 10 miles a day. But for PT, you only do 4 miles.
Okay.
I mean, I only say only, but I know it's a lot of miles. But
yeah, that's a lot of work.
You do have to run. And like you only run on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but you do have to run.
Okay. And that brings me like to my next question, like how long is the airborne training? Like how long is the total training, and then like what types of training do you guys do? Like jumping out of planes. I know that for sure, but like can you elaborate on that?
Okay, your total training is 3 weeks. Your first week you're gonna do ground week, where you're gonna learn how to like move, how to do your landings pretty much. And they're gonna teach you everything you need to know on air, or how to move in the aircraft on ground. At this time you're not doing anything on the towers or jumping. You're not doing any jumping at all. Just moving on the ground. Second week, you're doing tower week, which is you're jumping out of a 36-foot tower, and you're also doing a 250 feet tower. But that one they put you up on this big tower, and then they'll just let you go.
Oh, okay.
They drop you off. You just have to like figure it out how to land. So the second week you're learning about landing and how to jump out. The good thing about this is that you get to fight the fear of heights, definitely, because on third week is when you're jumping out of planes.
Oh,
so
okay.
That third week, the entire week, you spend 3 to 4 days. You have to do 5 jumps in total. So during the 5 days, you're pretty much just jumping out of the plane. So they want to make sure you won't be a jump refusal. Which is in the plane, they don't want you to say no, I'm not jumping, because you can get Article 15, you can get UCMJ. It could be bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. And like, how would you say the ratio of like females to males there? Because I know airborne is like usually a lot of males. Like this is for the female, my female subscribers that thinking about doing airborne. How would you say it is the experience is as a female going, and how many females were there in comparison with males?
As a female, you definitely have to push harder, but the ratio is like, is okay. Out of in my company, there were 400 soldiers, where in total there were only 30 females. So we have to push harder as the males, because they don't treat you differently. They don't help you with anything. You have to prove yourself and prove to everybody there that you can do this, because when they give you your combat equipment and when you jump out of the plane with the combat equipment, that's heavy. And I'm a very small person, so I was carrying probably 70, 80 pounds of equipment, and I couldn't say anything. I just have to go with the flow and just jump with it. Yeah. Yeah, so it gets between females, it could get very competitive.
So like if it's like 100 guys, there was probably what 20
probably,
females?
out of 100 males, it's probably 10 females.
Dang.
It's not many females. The females at the barracks is this. Okay, there's like 3 buildings. Out of these 3 buildings, only like 1 floor is designated for females, because there's not that many females.
And the females there are like usually like top of the line females, like yourself. In
order to be there, you have to be at PT star.
Like 300 PT
300 PT score.
Plus.
You have, yes. Otherwise, I'm telling you, you're probably not gonna make it. Because they will keep,
don't get discouraged, guys. But push yourself.
Push yourself, because
I'm not airborne, so I'm telling you, And
but for sure, they kick people out of just because they were late in the formation. They were late, so they would just kick them out. If you can do your pull-ups or something, like whatever, if you fall out of a run, automatically you're a no-go. So they will let you go. So like short people like me, we have to like stand or strikes and run like at it.
Okay.
You just have to push yourself.
Cool. And like, okay, so now what's the moment that you realize, like, damn, this shit just got real, like I'm actually jumping out of airplane now? Like,
for everybody it's different, but for me, when I was in the aircraft and they said inboard personnel stand up, and then they say outboard personnel stand up, and then when they say hookah, they say 1 minute. That when they say that 1 minute is when I said, shit, I don't know if I can do it. That's the minute when I say, what the fuck did I do this for?
Gotta get out of that plane.
Yes, I need to get out of that plane. But it's very nerve-wracking. It's that moment, but that's when you have to push yourself and say I have to do it no matter what. For me, that was the moment. A lot of people, for others, when I talk to Airborne, different soldiers, that will say at the moment when you put on your equipment. For everybody's different. But for me, is once I stand up inside the aircraft, that's when I start shaking. My legs get like jello. It gets very nerve-wracking.
Okay. And like I noticed the patches that you have. Like, can you explain those? And like,
Okay, this patch here is for my unit.
Okay.
And for when you graduate out of Airborne School, they were gonna give you this patch, this pin. But because code, they have the uniform you have to use a black one. So you have to buy this one and replace this one for this one.
Okay,
but it's pretty much the same.
Right. And I noticed some people have like another one on top of this one.
Yeah, that one would be for air assault. Or it would be the deployment patch.
No, the deployment patch would probably be.
Yeah, but there's another pin here for, I think, when you deploy. Yeah, but there's another one for air assault, and this is airborne.
Okay.
But not everybody has both. Only a few.
A few. I only see a few people with both.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for sure I'm not doing that.
Air assault. You're happy with airborne. You're happy with airborne.
Yes.
And like, okay, so I mean that's basically it. But like with airborne, so it's a continuous thing, right? You have to.
Yeah.
Even after you graduate, you have to continue jumping.
Yeah, I have to be an active jumper. I think I have to do every 8 or 5 weeks I have to jump out of the plane just to keep me as an active jumper. And if I refuse, then it's pretty much over for me. Which of course I'm not gonna refuse.
Hey, make it happen. Make it happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, that's about it, man. Guys, if you have any comments and any other questions that she didn't cover it about Airborne and you're curious and you want to do it, leave your comments in the box below. And and I'll shoot them over to her and she'll let me know if I don't know the answers, and I'll get it for you guys. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys an idea of, you know, an airborne soldier. And give you an idea of what you would need to do to get in shape and what the type of experience you'll have when you're doing it. All right, stay tuned for some other videos I have coming, guys. And you guys have a good 4th of July, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Airborne.
Airborne and cadets
all the way.
exercise. All right, guys, peace.